Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reality Check, a podcast sponsored by PropertyPro Nigeria, bringing you the hottest, latest, most interesting real estate related conversations for you to, indulge, listen to, learn. Right, we're teaching
Very
people things.
important.
We're teaching people
Learn.
things. We're pretty much. So my name is Bisoye.
My name is Olajumoke, OG for short.
Oh, Jefferson. What's my own shot? What's my own shot?
So your
So,
money.
there you go. Anyways, okay, so today we're just going to we want to briefly talk about real estate scams
Yeah.
um from like different angles, right? Stories of people that we came across who had issues with agents, developers, landlords,
Apartment.
yeah, apartment, land, buying land, and all sorts of things like that, right? It's something that even without doing much research, right, just even being on the internet, you know that real estate scams, especially in Nigeria, is very serious, right? And we've gotten to the point where it seems like something we have to address. We've
Yeah.
addressed
Landlord
landlord
issues.
issues, house hunting issues,
Home insurance.
home insurance, yeah, and now we're at the point of the
Agent issues.
don't let's do that. Okay, so there was a tweet
Yeah.
that we came across where the man was saying building a house from the diaspora, that one day he was going to, or he's
It's
going to
going
write
to.
about the experience, but we're still looking forward to his tweet, right? But whatever. Anyways, so there are a couple of people who responded, right? So in the comment sections, right, people were just talking about different things, right? So Shuboke will read some of them for us.
Okay, so topping the list of the responses, one said that the phone calls to family go something like, okay, tell him to come online and send some pictures. Wait, no, that's not what the world is supposed to be. That's not what do you mean by they didn't finish it? Been there, good luck. And there's another one, proposed title, building a multimillionaire hut. Wow.
That's
Then there's another one that says you actually don't have to be a diaspora resident, just be 200 kilometers away, and you would have miracles of materials, costs, and design of the house. It leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
So I just think that regardless from the last one, right? The last one is just basically like regardless of where you are, there are even people who are building houses like in other states. Let's say for example you are from like Port Harcourt, people are building houses in places like that, and they live in Lagos, but they have issues.
Yeah,
So now imagine building from the
all the
diaspora.
way.
It's like
Seven seas, seven
things are
seven
things
oceans
are just
away.
going to happen, and it just, I don't know, it just really sometimes really confuses me, right? When I feel like when people tell somebody to um someone to build for them, it's someone they trust already,
Yeah,
right? So it's like, I already trust you, why are you scamming me?
then do the job. Why?
Why are you scamming me? Like there was a statistic I saw on
Just
omonilelawyer.com,
come.
right, where it says that there are about 500,000 land scams
That's
between
a lot.
Lagos and Ogun states only
I can take bike to the
every
states.
year. Do you get, like, so how many people yearly, right, are getting scammed when they want to buy land, or they say they've bought the land? I know that yes, there are certain things that are being put in place, right, verification and all that, but people are still
Being scammed.
being scammed and going through a lot of things. You were mentioning something when we were having our practice about a family member.
Yeah, so a family member, like he was, okay, will I say family member or somebody I know?
Yeah.
He was scammed by his uncle. Just paid for it. They took him to the site. They took him to the land. He saw it and he came back and it was like, okay, somebody has started building on the land, trying to lay foundation and everything. And I was like, hold up, what's happening?
Well,
And you're like, he's the owner of the land. He paid for it. He went to meet his uncle and the guy is a lawyer, so just
even so
a
they scammed
lawyer.
the lawyer.
They didn't even scam the lawyer. The lawyer scammed his brother. That's the uncle to this person. So
Wait, this scammer is a lawyer.
scammer is a lawyer.
Okay. You know what?
It was a lot of family issue that they had to as per his family, they had to just let it go, and everything for peace to reign and all that.
The one I usually hear of, right, is usually like renting scam.
But okay, but I think going with the with facts
Yeah.
and things probably yes is, I feel people that do these things are close, family members. You paying your, probably you're in the diaspora, you ask your younger brother to build for you while you're away. When you get back, somewhere you can always
Yeah.
come back. So a home, so to say, that you can always come back to, and you come back and there is no house, there is not even land. Not so, there's one. Yes, the person said, building a multi-millionaire hut. Like, you paid so much to just see a one-bedroom apartment.
Ah.
After paying for, you're coming back. You were expecting to see a mansion. To
Three
chill with the big
bed, five
boys,
bed.
and you're coming back to see something compared to what probably a chief in the village where and they're telling you that even the chief self does not even have a two-bedroom apartment,
Ah.
so you should be happy that you made something. And I'm
But I
like,
nod you.
so most people, these scams are usually close relatives,
Yeah.
uncles, even mothers said, they'll tell you, because I saw a tweet whereby the guy said, he gave his mom money to probably buy a land, and she sold it into a church.
Eh?
Like, after everything Reverend Father Abuka has done for you. And I'm like, okay.
You know that meme. You say wait.
Bombastic side eye.
What? Why would you even do that? You dedicated the land to.
To the Lord.
All right. So now we want to give you guys some. It's not gist though, because it's some people's real life story. I don't like when people say they are giving me gist and then
But it's
someone's.
sweeter when it's called gist now.
Yeah, okay. Some people's gist of property scams that they've experienced, right? Or nearly experienced, right? So like Jumoke is going to tell us the story of Mr. A now. So that's Mr. A's story.
Yeah, so on Saye's story, he was looking to invest in some properties, around landed properties actually, around Ibejuleki, and as we all know, Ibejuleki is like the in thing, the fast, like, yeah, like it's a fast growing location
Yeah.
for properties, landed properties, house, and all the stuff. So he consulted he consulted a land surveyor, and also contacted one of these agents and
Yeah.
these so-called developers and all that. But after consulting the land surveyor and checking the land coordinates, they discovered that the land was government acquired, and with plans to become a cemetery in future. It's funny because imagine, like, no, because it's
Oh
actually
my
very funny.
God.
It's funny because let's assume he didn't, like, he didn't contact the land surveyor, and that's one thing. People want to go the cheap route.
Yeah.
They just want to pay and get me the land.
Anybody.
But the land surveyor came in now and they did the land coordinate, and
I'm telling you, bro.
it's going to, you're living in a proposed graveyard, and
Oh my God.
he could have fallen victim.
Yeah.
Actually, he could have fallen victim. It's actually not funny, but it's
How much
funny.
was he going to lose?
I was going to, and yeah, 7 million naira per plot.
Sir?
Yeah, 7 million naira per plot. Why the other why the others sold for 12 million naira each. So it's really, it's saddening actually. It's
That's a lot of
heart wrenching. Imagine if he had paid that amount of money for.
It's not funny. But
It's not funny, but then
I also have a story. So now I have the story of the hundreds. This story, right? As much as where we saw it, it said it's real. I still find it very sketchy because there was a lot of. Let me just see the story. Then you'll be able to tell me that why did you not? Nope, I'm not even going to judge anybody. So there were 100 Lagosians, and they fell victim of smooth talking. Is this fucking? I'm gonna take that again. Okay. So there were the story of the hundreds, right? So there were 100 Lagosians who became the latest victim of a well orchestrated property scam. The victims told the story of how they got duped by a smooth talking property developer who absconded with a total of about 52 million naira that I collected from them.
Million naira.
People have money, sha.
Lagosians are rich, oh.
People have
For
money.
Nigerians, we have money. Ah,
It dawned on them that they had been scammed when they wanted to move into the apartments that they paid for, but could not have access to it because the landlord of the property surfaced from nowhere claiming ignorance. Is it claiming of feigning ignorance of the transactions between the developer and the victims?
where were you when I
When
paid
they
the
tried to
money?
call the
No,
developer,
where were you when I paid the 52 million naira?
the landlord said to collect.
Olokamako, everybody. Olokpawi, pack everybody. 52 million naira.
That's a lot of money.
A
but,
lot.
But I'm like, so when you paid the money, did you not check on the property? Did you not do your research? You just trust people like that.
You didn't even go to inspect. Well, you could have gone, but because we
Sure,
have,
that's
we've
another
had,
thing.
yes, we have cases of people going. They saw the property,
Yeah,
but then
they still fell. Just like the last lady, right? So there's this last lady who was actually on the news. Funny enough, was actually on the news. She met an agent, Mr. Jagun.
Mr. Jagu. There's some
So
kind of names I don't even bother approaching. Mr. Jagu, Mr. Kola Wole.
I'm sorry, can't do this. Anyways, so she met Mr. Jagun, an agent, through her friend actually. And so that's another issue. Why the story to me was like very like upsetting because like she met the agent through her friend. You know, we usually say try to make sure the agent is someone that's someone refers to you pretty much, and then this person was referred to her and she still fell. But let me just finish first. It was introduced by her friend, then Mr. Jagun, the agent. Remember agent Mr. Jagun, and then there was a Mr. FF. He was a caretaker.
Mr. FF.
Say Mr. FF. I'm sure he's. Don't let me see what came to my mind. Anyways, Mr. FF, a caretaker, to rent a house, and they told her that the total package was 480.
Do we even still have caretakers?
Yeah. But probably what they call it now,
Facility
facility manager. Yeah, facility manager. So the total cost of the apartment was 480, and they said she should pay 300k naira so that she can secure the apartment. Don't
Just wanna
secure
secure
apartments.
the bag.
Like I don't know.
Secure the bag.
Securing an apartment and all that, paying money to
It's
somebody, and then
if they won't give you, they
literally-
won't give you.
They literally ran away with the money. She had been trying to reach all of them. Even the Mr. Jagun was now saying that he does not know where Mr. FF went to. He does not know. But I paid money to you. You are the one that took me to Mr. FF. You're telling me that
You produce,
find-
you will bring them
you will
out.
find the person now. You will find
By
the
the
person.
time you sleep in
I
prison
don't know.
for like 2 weeks.
And this was like the story came out like 3 months after the situation happened, and she had still not gotten the apartment. Very upsetting.
That's sad.
Okay. Anyways, so I don't give you the gist. Are quite sad, to be honest, but that's what really happened. So now we want to tell you how you can avoid falling into scams, right? I was going to say there are certain things that are not avoidable, but I feel like real estate scams are one of those things that if
Yeah.
you take extra care and do extra due diligence, you would probably come out victorious and not fall victim of you will not fall victim of the scams, right? First of all, let's go over why scams happen.
Yeah.
Right. So like the first person, or like the person we just spoke about, right, who was referred to
By a friend.
by a friend. As much as they refer somebody to you, still do your own
Dude, yeah.
research.
Yes.
Make sure the person is credible. Yes, family members could have had a good experience with that person, but
But you are
people
not your
change.
family member. Yes,
Yeah,
people change.
People change, and when it comes to money, especially, people really, really change. Really, really change. They also don't try to bypass a lot of things. Scams
like
happen.
we-
Yeah,
yeah.
scams happen because you are bypassing things. There was an agent that I came across who said, "You don't need a lawyer."
You need a lawyer, my dear. You really do.
Say you don't need a lawyer. You don't need. There was another thing he said. Say I have all the qualifications. What? What? Like he has all the qualifications. He has everything that we need. Blah 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 blah. Just come. I'll do all the documents for you. So that government will now come
And
and
turn it
now.
to graveyard in future.
Anyways, so don't bypass processes, right?
Yes.
Processes are there for a reason, pretty much. Then the last one is working with unprofessional people, right? I understand, yes, the real estate industry, a particular section of it, right, is not really filled with
Professionals.
professionals,
Yeah.
pretty much, right? So it's like try as much as possible to bless yourself with professionals. Find the professionals, work with them, because I always feel like,
Just like Mr. A who contacted
yeah,
a land
yeah,
surveyor.
exactly,
It's not working with unprofessionals might look like, oh, it's cheap, but then you really want to go through that process of doing the right thing, because at the long run it pays. Really, you get quality for your your like what you're paying for, everything. Assurance, you get assurance.
yeah. Okay, so there are a couple of things that we listed out as solutions. So Jumoke, you can take a couple of them for us.
Okay, so for solutions to property scams, conduct thorough research, like
Yep.
do your research, use reputable agents and professionals, not just people that aside maybe getting referrals from people, you know make sure you go through their background, check their histories. Even if they are developers, check what they've developed. If it's yes, now check what they've
Yeah.
developed. If it's something that, okay, a structural building or something,
Yeah.
get to see it. People that are living there, ask them, okay, when did you move in? How many years has this property been erected and all that? So,
Yeah. Ask
yeah,
questions.
ask
Lot of
questions,
questions.
and also inspect the property in person. We cannot overemphasize
Yep.
this enough. If the agent takes you somewhere, you can always go back.
Yeah,
Transport
after.
fare is not expensive. At least it's not
Compared.
compared to the risk, or compared to you losing so much. So do your in-person inspection.
Inspections, yes.
Once it takes you there, you can always go back, ask around, ask people, not just random people that he introduced to you there. Still, like, ask people, probably like people that are not so close to that area or
Yeah.
something. Just make sure you do your in-person inspection, and also be cautious of overly attractive offers, because there are some
Okay.
offers that are actually too good to be true, when to be true actually. So when somebody is giving you a land of a land that is worth 2 million naira for, let me just for 700,000. 700,000 is even okay. For like 120 or
No,
150,
no, that's not realistic.
is not. Are you sure it's not realistic? Okay. Let's say a land of 2 million naira for like 700K, like she
Yeah.
said.
Or even 1 million.
Exactly. So that's why you get people that can help you value, that can help you check, okay, this land is worth how much.
Yeah.
Then, you can get your estimated listing and, try to see if you can go on with it, if it's within your power. Then verify all documents. This is where a legal, professional comes in. You don't necessarily have to maybe say you want to go. You might have loved ones that are, that are into the whole legal profession and everything. But even if you don't have, it does not still cost you.
Yeah, I'm even saying that for like legal professionals, right? Like it has to be somebody who is knowledgeable in real estate related things, right?
Not charge and bill. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but some of them appear like they don't know what they are doing. Because you give a lawyer, I'm serious. I've actually had cases of people that, oh, I had a lawyer go through and like it's fine. At the end of the day, the person got into trouble.
Wow.
So just get a professional, like a legal professional.
Yeah.
So that's just it. And also use secure payment method. Avoid paying for things in cash.
Yep. Yep.
Avoid
Thank God.
hand to hand. I know the
Don't do things like that to yourself. Don't do things like that to yourself.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there was something else that came to mind, that you should make sure you trust your instincts, right? As human beings, we have those tingly things somewhere
Yeah.
in our mind that is like spider sense. So where it's like you just see something and you know.
Like it's
Maybe you
just
don't even know. You just feel like, wait. And the agent, I'm like, no, quickly do it, quickly do it. Remember the one with Mary Jane where she said the agent was telling her that she has to pay
just to
now.
pay now. Like
So Baba, calm down. I've been looking for this thing for months. Now I've seen it. So what will
I
it
have to
take me
take my
to
time.
chill
Exactly.
and hold on and look through everything properly and thoroughly understand what is really going on? So make sure you like trust your instincts, know what you're even looking for, understand the area, right? If you don't have the money to employ a surveyor, right, somebody that can do all the reading and do all the everything for you, you read it by yourself, go through it diligently.
And ask
Renting,
questions.
yeah, ask those questions. Like when people might say, oh, that renting is not as serious as buying land. It's just, imagine losing money that you've been saving for
For
months.
months.
Like imagine losing that kind of money. It's going to be like very
Yeah.
hurtful, very hurtful. All right, so I think we've tried today. I've taught you.
Thought you
I've
guys.
advised you. Please don't fall. Don't
Shine
fall.
your
Please
eyes.
shine your eyes.
Don't fall prey to scammers.
Yeah.
Shine
After
your
watching this
eyes.
video. All right. So we've tried to give you an overview of our perspective to property scams, right? And also based on our research that we've done, things that you can do to avoid falling prey, right? Just a couple of things, not too much, not even too tasking, right? They're quite simple, and they could, I believe that with those
Simple
things,
but
yeah,
effective.
simple effects, and I believe that it could help reduce the percentage of people who fall
Into property
into property
scams.
scams, right? So we don't. I hope that by next year when we do like another review,
Review.
there's like no 500,000. That's a lot for a
So
year,
much for a
right?
year.
So thank you guys so much for watching
Listening.
and listening, yeah, to another episode of Reality Check. My name is still Bisoye.
And I'm Olajumoke.
Bye.